Madeline,
Good
how are you
afternoon.
today?
Uh, a bit mixed feeling. It's almost like my last working day in the office. So
Yes, and then still it is packed. It was so packed day, and I think kind of for me reflects the way how we operated over the 3 years in Mongolia. So it's a very special moment. We are reflecting as we are celebrating 50 years of UNDP in Mongolia, but also we are ahead of our transition. So it's a good time to talk.
indeed, I really appreciate the opportunity. Before I leave the office, concluding my duty here, have the chance to have a chat with you as my supervisor and the leader of this office.
You are 4 years already in Mongolia, or even more. So what will stay with you the most?
Yeah, well, there's some similarities from my previous experiences working in the country office. It's always the privilege and honor to work to contribute to a country for its sustainable development. But of course, Mongolia also have a very special, position in my mind. First of all, Mongolia is a neighbor from my home country, China. We shared a lot of cultural, historical ties. But on the other hand, work-wise, that under your leadership and working together with a very dedicated team, we actually managed, I feel, that in the short periods we are here, that really helped the country to move to a very important pivotal moment of the sustainable development in the country. And for that, we contributed our part. That stands most for us.
So nicely said. So nicely summarized so much, our years of working together. For me, I did not know Mongolia so well, or its neighborhood very much, so it was rather new. But what was throughout impressing me was this confidence of Mongolia and ambition at the same time. Confidence, courage to look not only in the challenges that they are facing, that there are a lot of the challenges, of course, as any other country, but also the urge, the ability to look broader, more than addressing the challenges, determining their own future. And that is rather impressive and important for from a development perspective. And we are the development practitioners. That has been also very inspiring and motivating for me. It's a good environment to operate as a development practitioner.
Yeah, that's very true. And I believe, in our time here, you also have some like very special moments. What are those moments for you?
For me, well, there are a number of moments on the personal side, but also on the professional. Let me start with the professional one. I think it was very great to see how a change can happen, real change can happen, transformation. And I speak about this solar intervention that we did, from helping to get districts to transit to a solar heated solution. So for a country where with such a harsh climate and reliance on coal, for a households, ordinary households, to move from a stove, from chimney to a PV next to it, so to gear without a chimney is a behavioral big change. I still remember the one of the ladies that was still showing us the small chimney, even though she did not have the real one, because it's a cultural issue in a way. So to move from pilots of that kind and how that can work to trigger a big, I would say, green energy transition, it was really remarkable for me professionally, very rewarding, and great to see that real impact we have made. And there are a number of households that showed us that is possible. The last one that I visited, the owner was so proud that she received the first payment for the extra energy that was produced. That was a wonderful story.
Right, indeed. I actually also share the same feeling that the most cherishable moment for us is really meeting with the people, right? Actually, another moment I really remember very vividly and warmly is actually we were together visiting our ADAPT project, a meeting with the herders, right? One of the herders actually stood up in the meeting with us and really sharing that their willingness and commitment to change their herding behaviors to protect the pasture and their readiness to adapt, but also in the meanwhile preserve their tradition, etc. For me, this is also very reflecting for the Mongolians, their deep culture, but also the resilience to all the different natural challenges and also adaptation. And it also help us to find, solutions, right, to help them.
Isn't that in Hof? When we
Yes,
went
exactly,
I
exactly.
think, yeah, it was a very impressive visit,
Yes.
and I remember he had even a drone.
Yes,
Right? So which
exactly.
means the modernization of the nomadic
Mhm.
practice and the integration of the new tools, the digital, the AI, etc. It's a huge, huge new area of
Yep.
how the country is evolving, and they themselves, the herders themselves are practicing. Here we are also observing the 50 years of UNDP in Mongolia. This experience of 50 years, what stands for you?
Yeah, actually, this is one of the the last activities I have the opportunity to participate. I feel really lucky, and for me, and the theme we choose is more forward looking, right? Looking how the future is really very, very important. Of course, we feel very much proud that we have been accompanied this country, work together with the country for the last 5 years for all these transitions the country experiences. But how we can continue and even strengthen our support, right? That it's more important topic. And those statements, speeches, interactions we heard from our different stakeholders, it really shows that the trust and the partnership UNDP has been established and enjoying, and also the potential for us to continue.
Indeed, I think the trust is one of the very important things that was built and maintained over the years by our predecessors.
Yep, I fully agree. And as you mentioned, we actually carry on our work building on the previous experiences. And I think, at least from my perspective, I can proudly see I also contributed, maybe in some small way, right, to the continually enhancing UNDP position, the strategic partnership here, and hope this work will be continued and further strengthened. So this is also, lead to like it's almost my last working day. So where are both of us may, soon start our new chapter. So what would you like to see, to the colleague, to the office at this moment?
First, I want to say that we did not do small contribution, but it was a rather substantive throughout contribution. And I want to thank you for that, Lynn, and to thank you for being steadily next to the interest of the office, supporting the office in many ways. And I want to say that so thank you for doing it so humbly. Even now you are saying my modest contribution. No, on the contrary, it was not a modest one to the country and to the office. What to say? Of course, big thank for the partnership, big thank for the trust, for the confidence and the cooperation extended to the government, to our partners, development community, the private sector, the young people, those to the nature and animals of Mongolia. I would like
Yep.
the whole system. First and foremost, to our colleagues and to you, Lynn.
Yep. Thank you so much. Likewise, I think for me, the first thing I really want to share as part of my wrapping up is actually the appreciation and admiring actually your leadership, right? Leadership is always very important for any country offices, but leadership in a challenging time is particularly difficult. And I really admire and learned a lot from you that, you never shy away from making difficult decisions, you always stay very principled and also focus on the priorities of the country office and what is the best for the country. I really believe Mongolia has a lot of potential still to unpack, and with this democratic culture has been built, natural resources wealth, history, etc. I think the next best chapter of the country is still yet to come. And I will continue to monitor, follow all the news of the achievement of this country office in the future.
Super, such a well said, Lina. So thank you for the kind words around me as well. I do hope that we planted some seeds and that the office will take it further. I am grateful for the opportunity and that will remain always. Your probably last day in the office, mine will be very soon, the last day, and that we will stay in touch.
Definitely.
And
definitely.
we share the passion for Mongolia.
Definitely.
Okay. Bye, Lalis.
Thank you.